Welcome back to HBCU Corner. Right now, we have Bowie State University Football coach Damon Wilson. Coach Wilson has led Bowie State to 3 straight CIAA Championships, including a 2021 championship. What's up, Coach Wilson, and welcome to the Urban Sports Thing, and also part of HBCU Corner.
Hey, guys, thanks for having me, guys, and I'm excited to be here today with you guys.
It's great to have you on. So we asked like a nice little softball question, the first question, just to get things relaxed. I've never been to a CIAA tournament. I just want to know what the experience. How is it? What is that experience like?
Man, you're shortchanging yourself. It's an event where if you're 16, 15 years old, you can have a good time, and if you're 85, you can have a good time. So there's something for everyone, but it's nothing but it's a positive environment, positive vibes, just to see so many people come together to support their alma maters and that sort of thing at the tournament.
And is there a difference? I know this year was in Baltimore. Is there a difference from like Baltimore, North Carolina?
There's a difference this year for me just because, it's right up the street from us. I didn't have to get on the flight and go. However, I still made sure I still had a hotel because sometimes you had them long nights. So you want to be able to, stay there and get up in the morning and go to the events and that sort of thing. So that's the only major difference. But I think Baltimore did a great job this year with his first year hosting the tournament.
So Coach, I'm gonna kick it off with the first real question. I just want to tell you, I interviewed you a couple years back with the Round Ball Report, and mind you, the Round Ball Report is a basketball show. So it's like, why is a basketball show interviewing a football coach? Well, we caught you at halftime because, of course, the football team was being celebrated during the basketball game. Because I just feel like right now what you're building is amazing on campus, and the students, your success is just translate. Amir was on the squad at the time I interviewed you, so it was popping. And I just wanted to get a feel for how, you've been able to build the program the way you've been. When I talked to you then, football season was over, but you said it's never over for me. I'm building a recruiting path tomorrow. So just talk about building a powerhouse at Bowie State, your alma mater, and what it takes to do that.
Man, it's been a great experience, and the first thing you have to do is surround yourself with good people, with good coaches. Those guys have done a great job recruiting and helping our guys matriculate in the classroom. And when you have success in the classroom, those guys are doing well on the football field as well. So now you don't have to worry about trying to teach a new set of players every year, because you have guys, like I said, matriculating in the classroom, therefore they're eligible on the football field. And those guys are brought into what we're doing. It's been a process, but we're extremely excited about where we are now and the direction we're going. We had a great recruiting class this past signing period. We're looking to pick up a few more late transfers to fill in some voids. But all in all, man, it's been a great experience.
So for you, Coach, like Ray mentioned, this is your alma mater. How is there like any pressure, going back and just to be, trying to build this program to something successful or something to some sort of a powerhouse of what you've done so far?
I don't want to say pressure. This is something that I envisioned as a student athlete at the university, and unfortunately, we weren't able to accomplish some of the things that we've been able to do recently here. And I think a lot of that, you don't win and you don't have success until it's your time to have that. You have to put the necessary work in and go through that roller coaster ride, if you will, to get to a point. And I think right now as a university, we've gotten to a point where we have a certain expectation, and that expectation isn't going to change just because you graduate 20 seniors. The next class is next man up mentality. And one thing that we say all the time is tradition never graduates. And that's something that I believe in. So we can graduate 20 to 30 guys each year, but at the end of the day, my expectation isn't going to change.
That's awesome. And also, you brought this school the first CIAA championship. Like, can you talk about that? Like, you're the first, like Bowie State's first CIAA championship. That's you. You know what I'm saying?
That's us as a program. Those are guys on the football field and the coaching staff putting in the necessary work to accomplish that. And it was a great opportunity, a great experience, just because to win the first, to be the first. Bowie State University been playing football since 1970, and in order to get to the point we are today, there's a lot of people before us that gave us an opportunity. So we're just kind of trying to continue to use those guys' shoulders as springboards to continue to take this program to the next level.
You also won in 2021 this season. Who are some of the key players to help you, achieve that goal?
Offensively, you got to go with quarterback, Jerome Johnson, Khalil Wilkins. Those guys pretty, made our offense go. Of course, with our big fellas in front. We had some guys, Steph Trafani, Justice Davis. Those guys did a great job opening up holes for our running back and allowing the quarterback to throw the ball downfield a little bit. And defensively, Joshua Pry, he's been a mainstay in our defense. We were able to pick up a guy like Miles Wolford, who played well for us this past year, and Tevin Singleton and Wes Bowers. So we had a number of guys that contributed. And that's one thing about our program. It's not going to be a one-person show. We're going to do it by committee, but everybody's going to have an opportunity to get the individual accolades as we win as a team.
I appreciate that. So talk about some of the goals that you have. I know, of course, the ultimate goal is to win, but in terms of the school, the program, HBCUs are growing. What's your outlook for the future of the Bowie State football program?
My goal from day one is to win a national championship. I want to be the first HBCU to win a national championship. And I think when I said that 12 years ago, folks looked at me like I was crazy, being as though we didn't have a CIAA championship. Now you're talking about a program that's finished the top 10 in the country in D2 football at number 6 out of 162 programs. That's a major accomplishment, but we know there's still a lot of work ahead of us. I want to see a new stadium. It's something that we're working on right now. I think the university deserves a new stadium, and it's something that I said once again 12 years ago that I wanted to try to assist with that process and make sure that we get everything that we deserve. And that's one thing our administration is pushing to get certain things done, and we're excited about that.
All right, so we're gonna talk about your resume. I ain't gonna try to age you here. You still look good, bro. But you got some experience. you coached at Prairie View, of course, A&M. Shout out to them, Texas Southern. You've been at multiple HBCU programs. Just what does it mean to you to coach at HBCU? And again, what do you see the future of HBCU athletics? Because it's growing, it's continuing to move in the right direction. So where do you see it headed, and what does it mean to you personally?
It's great, and one thing that I always talk about is the HBCU experience or the HBCU culture. I don't look at my resume as coaching at HBCUs from a football standpoint, but the other entities that goes with coaching at HBCU is just about that culture, about that experience, about people that look alike and have some similar backgrounds, getting the necessary support in that family environment. You talk about the homecoming experience, talking about the Greek life. You're able to encounter some things at HBCU that you may not have at the other universities, and that's something that's really near and dear to me. It's something that when you look across the country and the career fields, some of our most prominent people graduate from HBCUs. So it's a blessing to have the opportunity to have an impact on so many young men's lives on a daily basis.
All right, so I want to pause real quick. I love everything you're saying, of course, but you mentioned homecoming. When you were on campus, back when you were younger, describe that experience in comparison to how it is today. We went to UMES, by the way, so our homecoming was always at a different time. Yeah. But I'm sure you're familiar with us as well.
Yeah, because we have football. We didn't have a football team.
Back, okay?
We didn't have football team. We had football team. We had a basketball homecoming.
We had a good basketball homecoming, no doubt. So for me as a student, and it's really interesting because I say the same thing to our guys now. I'm really enjoying myself now as an alum and the head coach at the university versus when I was a student, because as a student athlete, homecomings weren't for me. It was for the alumni. It was for the alumni. And I've told every president, well, the two presidents I worked for at Bowie State University, that I'm an alumnus first before the head coach. So at the end of the day, at a homecoming event, we're going to make sure we handle our business on the field so I can have a good time with my fellow alums after the game. And that's something, that whole week is about giving back to the alumni. And it's our obligation as a football program to make sure we do what we need to do to show the people that went to the university before us, how much we respect and appreciate what they've done for the university.
Oh, yeah, that's great. He's right, though. It is about the alumni. Homecoming is about that.
I got to do better.
I enjoy myself now, for sure.
I know that's right.
I got to do better about that. But hey, grown-up parties are awesome, man. No doubt.
They're way better, right? The grown-up parties are way better. Hey, Coach. Hey, Coach, thanks for being on. Is there anything you'd like to add?
No, guys, like I said, I appreciate you guys for having me on, man, and what you guys are doing and highlighting HBCUs and just sports in general is great, man. So anything that I can ever do to help you guys, man, I'm a phone call away, so I appreciate you guys.
Well, thanks, Coach, and thanks for being on HBCU Corner. We appreciate you.
You got it. Thanks a lot, guys.
No doubt. Take it easy, man.